Alright guys, as always, after every single week, we go back and we take a look at all the offensive plays. We go ahead and break down how the offensive line looked, how the play calling looked, and all that kind of good stuff. We do it every single week. If you missed any week, go back on the channel and you check it out. So, starting off right away, we had the first play of the game, which was, of course, the pass play. So we have a simple setup here in shotgun. So we did not start off under center, although we did run a lot of plays in this game under center. But we do have two wide receivers to the right, one wide receiver to the left, and then of course we have a halfback in the backfield. So let's see how this play design goes down. And stopping right here, as always, Orlando Brown versus Nick Bosa. Okay, pocket clean, pocket good. Jonah Williams has his guy, which we talked about many times. Jonah Williams actually had the best day of any offensive lineman in this game. And then the worst day was actually Orlando Brown. So we're going to see throughout this video how that ends up working out. But right here, it looks like we got Jamar Chase crossing the middle. Irv Smith, it looks like, is going to the outside here. I want to see actually where he goes the ball. So Irv Smith is wide open. We see this on a lot of different games. But right here, look at this. As the play's developing, and keep in mind, the longer the play goes, right, the harder it is for offensive linemen to block their guys. Because you can't hold your guys, right? You have to eventually let go of them. So, with that being said, you still, I mean, this offensive line, start the game, first play, right? Locked, 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 locked. We have a halfback option. We have Irv Smith wide open. And, of course, he's going to go ahead and go across the middle here to our man Jamar Chase. It ends up being a catch, and then they thought it was a fumble. At first, it did kind of look like the ball popped out, but it ended up being that he did recover it. And I think, actually, no, it was a fumble, but he recovered it. That's what it was. All right, so 2nd and 3 here. Play action pass. And this time we can see that Orlando Brown kind of gets pushed back into Joe Burrow. This is what really led to this pass being a quick pass, was the, pressure from Nick Bosa here, pressing back in Orlando Brown into Joe Burrow. I mean, the rest of the line pretty dang well. The rest of the line, not really a problem at all. And it ends up being a first down on the play just like that. So kicking off the first drive, we're getting going. We're doing some really good stuff here. This is going to be a play action pass. And this is a screen. This is a tight end screen pass. So pretty much, if you don't know what screen passes are, you let the left side or right side, depending on where you're running it, you let them in on the defensive line so that you can get the blockers of the offensive linemen down the field. Now, this play was actually a really good play call. I love this play call altogether, and I think it was a really amazing play call. Because, look, Drew Sample catches this ball. I mean, he has all this green grass. This guy right here, he's running down the field to try to get Irv Smith. He's not looking back. 57, maybe you say, well, he was going to turn and look. But he's most likely going to be trying to go around this area right here. Then, of course, you have all these guys going toward the middle here. I mean, you have all this green grass for Drew Sample. Now, if he catches this, he's going to make a big play here. Now, of course, 57 does make a good play coming up. But even then, if he catches this, you make one guy miss, and you're going to get to the outside here and get down the field. Now, again, it is Drew Sample. It's not like it's, obviously Jamar Chase. But still, though, just an absolute awful drop right here by Drew Sample. Especially if he can catch that ball in stride. If he can catch that ball in stride, it is an amazing play call. I love the play call. Bad execution on the play, but great play call right there. All right, next play later, 2nd down and 10. This is a pass play, and this is why Orlando Brown was actually having the worst day. Is because you see everyone else has gotten their guy. It looks like Volson is about to get beat by 98. But right here, Orlando was getting bullied all day by Nick Bosa. And on this play, they actually have Joe Mixon in there kind of to chip block him. So a little bit of I'll say maybe not a chip block. It looked like a chip block. But it ended up being just a little, he was a little dimped down pass out of the backfield. But you can see right here, Orlando Brown is getting demolished here by Nick Bosa. Like, that's not a good sign. That's definitely not a good sign, because that's where, we spent all of our money this offseason on Orlando Brown. We got him because we thought he was one of the best offensive linemen in the league. And so far, he really hasn't panned out as well as we want him to. Now, again, keep in mind, he's joining a whole new team, whole new offense. It's going to take some time to gel and get, prepared and get, to the level we need him to be at. But it is week 9, and we need him to get there sometime soon because this stuff right here, again, it is against the best, you might say, well, that's the best pass rusher in the league. Yeah, but he's supposed to be one of the best left tackles in the league, And when he's getting beat in this early part of this game here, every single play it seems like he's getting pushed back or beat. That's a problem. And this is not the first time. We've seen this throughout the year so far. So right there, it's an incomplete pass. This one is thrown across the middle. It's almost intercepted. Honestly, we got bailed here. This should have been intercepted. That should have been intercepted. Jamar Chase ends up lowering his helmet here and knocking the ball out. But if it wasn't for Jamar Chase, and we're very lucky Jamar Chase did that, it would have been a easy. It would have been a interception. And that would have been really just a drive killer. Not a drive killer, obviously a drive killer. But that would have been just a momentum killer for the rest of the game. So, great play there. Great heads-up play, I will say, by Jamar Chase to knock that ball out and get it away from the corner. Right here, though, on 3rd down and 10, this is the 3-sack. I break and I get, a first down. So, first off, this play really, a lot of it was... It really wasn't the offensive line. Now, the offensive line is getting pushed back, and the pocket is starting to break. And as a quarterback here, this is usually when, again, I'm not a quarterback, but based on what I've heard from quarterbacks who say stuff, Tony Romo, all these other quarterbacks on YouTube who actually play football, that what based on what I understand here is his pocket presence of moving around and getting around here and getting to the outside. Now, the problem with that is he'll pull off his block and get right at you, right? So this play ends up really just being holding the ball a tad bit too long. And then what ends up happening here is the pocket breaks down. Joe pushes forward, tries to go back, kind of move around here. And this is when things start to break down. So first off, Orlando Brown loses his guy, number 98, which again, really isn't his fault with how long the play is taking to develop. And then Joe's going backwards there is just, you're going to let go of your guy. I mean, there's nothing really you're going to talk about there. And then, of course, Joe has to step up here. He breaks the first sack because now that he's stepping up, well, now Kappa loses control of his guy. Jonah is trying now to block somebody else because his guy now has passed him. So we have a first broken sack there, and that ends up being a first broken sack, and then what looked like a second broken sack there, and then a third broken sack there. So it was just a play and a half, to be honest. It ended up being defensive holding on the play, so it gave us a first down no matter what. But such a great play altogether. And it really wasn't a fault of the offensive line there. It was just really just the play took too long to develop. No one got open, and by the time no one got open, you can't hold your guys forever, so the guys eventually are going to come in. So that really, I feel like, in the moment of watching it in real life, like during the game, I really did blame our offensive line. I don't really think you can blame your offensive line on that one. I mean, they cannot hold forever, right? They cannot stand there forever. So it is what it is. First down 10. This is a toss play. I hated this play so freaking much because they jumped off sides, and that was called neutral zone infringement. Neutral zone, which stops the play and kills the play, which is bullcrap, because I think they should take that out completely. It should be offside, so it should be a free play. Now, the difference between offsides and neutral zone is that a neutral zone is when you hit the tackle or you hit the lineman. Offsides is just you're offsides. You're lined up offsides. So if you were to line up offsides and you go to rush and you hit the lineman, that's neutral zone. Play's dead. You can't do that. But if you're offsides, then it's a free play. It's bullcrap because it should just be offsides and you should get a free play no matter what. Alright, so right here, it's 1st and 5 after that penalty. It's a quick pass here, little screen pass to Jamar Chase. Great play call. And again, as always, it's nice to see Jamar Chase get those screen passes because once he gets in the open field, the man just is absolutely lightning. So now we're finally on their side of the field. And again, this first drive altogether was such a good first drive. But you see right here, look at this. We end up getting the pass off completed here, but Orlando Brown, man, going against Nick Bosa. Every other offensive lineman is doing their job pretty dang well. You know, protecting Joe here is at Orlando Brown. Now, I will give credit, and there is a thing to talk about here. Now, if Joe doesn't get this ball off, he is sacked. He probably is sacked. He might be strip sacked. But I will give Orlando Brown credit. He does recover on this and does, is able to help out Joe a little bit. Now, in those situations, you could make the argument, well, why doesn't Joe step up in the pocket? It's not really going to do anything in that circumstance because Nick Bosa is Nick Bosa, and he's going to just dominate through you even if you step up in the pocket. But at the same time, though, I will say Orlando Brown did recover somewhat well. Alright, 1st down and 10, we ran the ball up the middle, and this one I still am upset about because right here, if he doesn't stumble right there and he stays on his feet, he's going for 6. Like, he is going for 6 because this guy right here tackles him, has to jump over the guy, and the only reason he catches him is because he stumbled, which, isn't Joe Mixon's fault, but it hurt my soul, man. It hurt my soul! Alright, 1st down and 10, we have a pass play here. Again, Orlando Brown got bullied all day long, man. He got bullied all day long. He comes in with a 41.6 pass blocking grade in this game. This is why. So, Joe's under pressure. Joe had to throw it quick. He checks it down here to Joe Mixon. Not a bad play there. Pretty dang well. All right, 2nd down and 6 here. It's just painful to watch. It's painful to see Orlando Brown get this badly beat every single play. It's a touchdown to Tyler Boyd. I shouldn't be sighing on a touchdown to Tyler Boyd, but I have to be. Because, guys, he just walks through him. Look at this. He just walks through him to get to Joe. And the problem is, whoever we play in the Super Bowl, it's probably going to either be the Eagles or 49ers. So, we're going to have to play this team again. Orlando, man. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. So, they go right down the field and they score a touchdown on us. Now it's 7-7. This is another touchdown drive here, which is nice. We have 1st down and 10. Play action pass here. And I got to give Orlando Brown. Does really good job versus Nick Bosa here. Drew Sample out here blocking. Something that, is the reason why we actually kept him on the team was because of his blocking ability, and we wanted to see that blocking ability in the tight end position, and that's a lot of the reason why we kept him. 1st down and 10 here, we run the ball up the middle. It ends up being a great run play there, great call. 2nd down and 4 here. This is going to be a end around to Tyler Boyd. I love this play call so much, and I want to see it called more. Maybe with Jamar Chase instead of Tyler Boyd. I think Jamar Chase is a tad bit faster, or T. Higgins. But still, I love this play call because, again, all we have done all year long has just been running the ball straight up the middle, And you can see, look, the D tackle, he's going to get the running back, 1,000%. But no one accounts for Tyler Boyd. And if Tyler Boyd was a little bit faster, I feel like he gets a little bit more yards on that play. I love that play call. That was such a good play call. It's stuff like that when you look and you're like, this is why I give the coaches so much crap because they can call stuff like this. They're not bad coaches. They can call stuff like this. This play, Orlando Brown actually doing a pretty good job versus Nick Bosa. Jonah has his guy. They all have their guy. Let's see what ends up happening here. And it ends up being a completion across the middle here to Tyler Boyd. And Joe does end up getting hit on the play. And I will say a lot of this is, and this is kind of what Brian Callahan was talking about, is that the receivers need to start stepping up and getting open outside of just Jamar Chase. And I still agree, to a point I can agree with that, because our line this game so far, well, yes, it had some mess up, obviously. For the most part, they have been able to cover, pretty dang well. pretty dang well. And it's really coming down to our, our wide receivers not doing anything, really. I love this play call. A little misdirection here to Jamar Chase. And look at Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa read Jamar Chase completely. And if you give that to Jamar Chase is tackled in the backfield. Now, this is a little bit of foreshadowing. The reason why they called this play is you see later in the game, they actually called the same similar play, but Chase actually got it, and he actually got like -6 yards. So they kind of try to set that up for later in the game. This ends up being a great run play, great play call right there. They jump off sides on 1st down and 10 here, I think. Yep. We roll out to a right-hand side, find Yoshi for a touchdown. And just like that now, we're up 14-7. Got to skip forward here. Alright, so skip forward here. Now it's 14-7. This is our 3rd drive. I believe this is the missed field goal drive, which, that kind of sucked. But 1st down and 10 here. It's going to be a pass play. Quick pass to Irv Smith. I know Irv Smith can actually catch the ball in this game. What he does before halftime, though, I'm not going to break that down. But good play overall-wise by Irv Smith. I will say when he catches the ball, he just feels so passive when he runs. Okay, this is not me roasting Irv Smith video. Anyway, 2nd down and 6 here is going to go ahead and be a run play up the middle. I love the play design again. This time you have Drew Sample running across the middle here. Actually, no, that's not Drew Sample. That's Tyler Boyd. You have Tyler Boyd running on the end around here because, again, they're going to think you might give it off to Tyler Boyd. Always keep the defense guessing. And this is what I love so much, right? You want to keep the defense honest all game long. And what honest means is you don't want them to be able to know what you're going to do, predict what you're going to do, or, have to, or can commit in any way to certain things. So when you're keeping that, even the simplistic play action pass, run the ball, end around, play action end around, run the ball, it just keeps the defense guessing and they're not able to really figure you out. And that's what we did all game long with the single back and, of course, under center and, of course, shotgun, but mixing it up was so amazing. 3rd and 2 here. It's a pass play, quick pass to Jamar Chase. This is like our bread and butter, really, honestly. This is our bread and butter. It ends up being a headshot, 15 yards. But this is like our bread and butter when we need a couple yards, which I really like the fact that we figured this out because this actually helps us out immensely here to kind of, have a play that we can go to real quickly and get some yards when we need to. All right, so 1st down and 10 here. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play. This one, honestly, this one is where we do see Nick Bosa going against our man, Jonah Williams. And this play, it ends up being a run play here by Joe Burrow because Kappa gets beat by 91 on the play. So Kappa gets beat on this play. Joe has to step up. Nick Bosa ends up tackling him. It's not the fault of Jonah Williams. He started running, and you can't hold your guys. So, obviously Nick Bosa just, pulls off and starts running after Joe. 2nd down and 9 here. This is a screen pass. This is a bubble screen. This is called a bubble screen, actually. But Jonah does get beat on this play by Nick Bosa. I will say this. He does get beat on the play by Nick Bosa. It is a bubble screen, but it's definitely still a circumstance to look at. All right, so 3rd down and 9 here. 3rd down and 9. It's going to be a pass play here. This is what actually gets us to be able to get this field goal. I believe this is a pass to Jamar Chase. No, this is a run play. This was probably one of the best calls we called all game. So 3rd down and 9, right? Quarterback draw for Joe Burrow. Talk about a ballsy freaking call. Because in any way, if they just put a quarterback spy up or they have anyone to make sure Joe can't run to get in field goal range, and they call that. That was such a good call right there. All right, 1st down and 10 here. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play. That line, I mean, they're giving him time, man. They're giving him time. Irv Smith makes the catch. Irv Smith, man. Gets hit on the play, too. He took some nasty hits in this game. I'll definitely say that. 1st down and 10, though. This is going to be a toss play. I like the Irv Smith out there as the lead blocker. Doesn't really do anything, as always, but you know what? It's okay. That was a backhanded compliment, because I said it was okay. All right, 2nd down and 7 here. This ends up being a pass play here. Sorry, halfback draw here. Thought it was going to be a pass play. So halfback draw, 3rd down and 7 now. It's a pass play, and this one is when we get sacked. Yeah, this one is when we kind of get sacked. They're bringing, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I think it's 6 guys. Yeah, I believe they're bringing 6 guys on the play. It's a coverage stack. No one got open. You have a mismatch. More defenders rushing than you have people blocking. It is what it is. It happens. Now we have the drive before halftime. Start off with a run play. Yeah, you can tell my demeanor has changed, right? Because this is the drive. By the way, last drive we missed the field goal. So, last drive would have put us up 17-10 going into this drive. But we missed the field goal, which it is what it is. 1st down and 10 here, though. Joe has all day to throw that ball. Man, our line. See, this plays like that where our line were eaten in this game. Now, I will say Orlando Brown has gotten a lot better throughout this game so far, you know, of getting better at going against Nick Bosa. But there's a lot of times where they started lining up right here, Nick Bosa against Jonah Williams. And what you're not seeing is Nick Bosa going right through Jonah Williams. I mean, we're seeing this throughout the game now. Now he's lined up on the right-hand side, and he's doing a pretty dang good job. Now, of course, right here again, I mean, Jonah is that hidden gem. There's like, throughout this game so far, once they started lining up Nick Bosa on the right-hand side, they realized that was probably a mistake, so they started lining him up on the left-hand side again. They were like, well, hold up. We'll slide him on the right-hand side and go against Jonah Williams. And then they realized they couldn't get through Jonah, so they're like, all right, left-hand side again. Put him back on the left-hand side. Run play at the middle here, 1st down. Next play later. It's a pass play. Offensive line blocking great. It's a catch across the middle here down to the 19-yard line. I mean, again, like I said, overall-wise, you know, we definitely, listen, it felt like we ran the ball like 90% of the game. But I just feel like we ran the ball in the most crucial, like, when we needed to. And when we needed to, we were able to do it so efficiently. And I mean, that lineman, this was a ballsy pass. That was a ballsy freaking pass to Tyler Boyd there. Starting off the game, almost throwing an interception, and then that pass right there could have been intercepted. So 1st down 10 here. This one, Orlando Brown just gets destroyed. Like, there's no if, and, buts about it. Orlando Brown gets destroyed on the play. Joe's able to step up in the pocket, though, and then hit Jamar Chase for a 1st down. And I will say, on that play, you can see Orlando Brown does recover, so he gets destroyed on this play, right? But he's able to recover and push Nick Bosa to the ground. So he gets destroyed, but he's able to push him to the ground, which is nice. Right here, it is, of course, a 1st down. 2nd and 1 here. And this is going to be a run play, I believe. No, this is a pass play. And this is actually, I thought it was a run play, which is it was a catch by Joe Mixon. And then the next play later. Yeah. I mean, it was a good play call. It was a good play call, but a crappy execution by our man, Irv Smith. It was a crappy execution. I mean, again, what you expect on this play, you expect Irv to catch this ball and put his head down like this, hold the ball like this, and just bulldoze his way forward. And if he does that, I mean, yeah, you might not get a tutty, but you're going to get down to at least the 1-yard line. Instead, he kind of just like falls back and then just gives up the ball. Man, this is still painful to watch. Yeah. It's just like, look, like, bro, 2 hands. Yeah. Like, bro, 2 hands on that ball, please. All right. It is what it is. Second half. Coming out of halftime, we are up 14-10 because of 10 points on the board. We left on the board there in the first half. Second half was interesting, I will say, for offense. It wasn't like the first half. All right, so 1st down and 10 here. We're going to throw the football. And again, starting up the second half, Orlando Brown, right where he left off the first half. He getting beat by Nick Bosa. Throws the ball down the field and it's incomplete pass against intended for T. Higgins. And again, this is why Orlando Brown had a 41.6 grade. When he was going against Nick Bosa, he was getting destroyed. They tried to put Nick Bosa versus Jonah Williams, and it didn't work. So, yeah. 2nd down and 10 here. This time, it's honestly a clean pocket, I will say, overall-wise. It definitely broke down very quickly, but it was a clean pocket for the most part. 1st down and 10 here after the PI call. We just run the ball up the middle, go nowhere. 2nd down and 9 here. It's going to be a pass play. This one, so Nick Bosa was beating Orlando Brown, and it looks like he was also going to beat Jonah Williams. So Joe smartly here steps up, tries to step up in the pocket, and make something out of nothing. And he does, and he actually sneaks his way through for a 1st down and some. And freaking ballsy Joe Burrow there. Could have went and slid after getting the 1st down, but instead he goes for a couple extra yards and takes a big hit on the play for no reason. But that's our quarterback, man. But again, like I said, right there, I mean, both the left and right tackle break down. That's why you love that Joe now is mobile, because he's able to step up, kind of weave around, and go for, the 1st down there, which is awesome. All right, toss play here goes absolutely nowhere. Again, our run game in the 2nd half, they started shutting it down. 2nd down and 9 here, pass play, and it's just painful to see it every single play. Orlando. And he's sacked. Kappa got beat again. Kappa and Orlando Brown get beat on the same play. That's so painful. Yeah, so a sack right here because of both those guys. I mean, Orlando Brown, man. It is so bad. 3rd and 16 here. It's a pass play across the middle. Jamar Chase gets us into field goal range. And this will set up for a 56-yard field goal attempt. And after missing a 51 earlier, Coach Taylor did point out the reason why he thinks Money Mac missed that field goal was because they were kicking in the wrong end of the stadium. That's actually harder to kick into. So next drive later now, 1st down and 10 after we kicked the field goal, we got a 3-and-out stop. So now it was like, okay, this is gonna be something great here. We got a little bit of a motion in the ocean there. It's a run play. Okay, good play call. They really weren't expecting that because it looked like they were kind of focused on Tyler Boyd there. All right, so next play later, it's going to be another play. This one, listen, I don't hate this play call. I hate when we caught it. Because, so what this is Joe Mixon goes out of the left-hand side. The point of this play call is that he's supposed to look like a wide receiver. And you either hand it off to Jamar Chase or you throw a quick pass to him. That's like the concept that they're trying to go for. Instead, they end up doing that, running Jamar Chase, and Joe Mixon would have been so wide open. Joe Mixon would have been so wide open if he would have just done it to Joe Mixon. But instead, he runs it, and yeah, the whole left side is blitzing. So they get right after Jamar Chase and they sack him or tackle him. And that's what kills this drive. Like, that's what absolutely kills this drive. On 3rd and 13, we went a screen pass to Irv Smith. It goes nowhere. Like, it's a mess. So now, going into the end of the 3rd quarter, almost 4th quarter here, we're going to throw the ball here. And Joe Mixon actually does a really good job here of blocking their linebacker. I think that's an understatement to say the least. Because this play could have been a sack if not for that. Joe's able to step up in the pocket and find T. Higgins for an amazing catch down the field right there. So I think it's a really understatement there on how good Joe Mixon played on that play. And this is, again, a very crucial drive. We go down and score a touchdown on this drive. That doesn't happen if not for Joe Mixon right there. All right, 1st down 10. This is a pass play. This one, Jonah actually pretty good coverage, pretty good play by Kappa there. But it looks like Jonah does end up getting beat, and Joe almost gets, he gets hit, and then he gets sacked. So, no, that's Volson. Volson. So, Jonah and Kappa, really good right side. But you can see Volson right here. he's getting destroyed on the play. So what ends up happening is that guy, he steps up in the pocket, that guy comes off, and then once that happens, obviously Orlando Brown releases Nick Bosa, which again isn't really his fault there. He has to release him. He can't hold on to him. And then it ends up being a sack on the play, and that's a mess. Which is actually a sack fumble, but instead they call it an incomplete pass, I believe, on this play. Did they call it incomplete or did they call it a fumble? I think they call it a sack. Which is still bullcrap because, first off, Teddy Karras, no. Is it Karras or Karras? It's Karras. Karras here could have literally, look, fumble, picks it up, could have been going for 6. Now, would Fred Warner have tackled him? There's a chance, right? But are we going to go off a chance or are we going to go off a fact? The fact is, it was not called not a touchdown. Could have been a touchdown. So anyway, 2nd and 13 after that hellacious play. We run the ball. Actually get a pretty decent run. 5-yard run there. 6-yard run, sorry. Pretty decent run there. All right, 3rd and 7 here. This is crucial. We have 1 second on the play clock. This is crucial. We don't get the first down here, and it's going to be a long game. So 3rd and 7 here. We throw the ball, and it's a completion to... Oh, no, this wasn't the touchdown drive. My bad. This was not the touchdown drive. This was actually this was the fumble for 6 drive, which was not a fumble for 6 because Jamar Chase did not have the ball long enough in his hands. So, my bad. I actually thought this was a touchdown drive. So, this was actually a fumble for 6 drive, which was not called fumble for 6 because he didn't have the ball long enough. Now, I will say our line actually played pretty good on this play because it was 3rd and 7. They brought 5 guys to blitz Burrow, and he actually had the time to find Jamar Chase. It ended up being just an incomplete pass. I know 49ers fans are still arguing that, oh, that was a fumble. It was not a fumble. So, they get the ball back, right? Can we punt the ball to them? And then the first thing they do when they get the ball back is they throw an interception. Sorry. Had to do that because Logan Wilson's interception was that good. All right, 1st down and 10 now. Now this is a touchdown drive. This is why I thought this was a touchdown drive. And the first play is just a tutty. A tutty to Jamar Chase. And what now? Look at the backflip. That's insane. All right, now we're up 24-10. Which I thought we were fine and everything was good, right? 24-10. They go right down the field on us to score a tutty. Right down the field. They walked down the field on us. They walked it down the field on us and scored a tutty. So this drive right here is probably the most crucial drive of the game. You have 8 minutes to go in the game. You're up by 7 points, right? They have 3 timeouts. You have 3 timeouts. But right now, they have all the momentum. They have all the momentum throughout this rest of this game here. So this drive was very, very crucial. Play action pass, Trenton Irwin. This was almost the biggest mistake of the game. Look at that. If he tries to go for this and bat it out of bounds, if his leg by accidentally, right here, if this kicks the ball in the field of play, right? Let's say by accident he kicks the ball in the field of play. Number 2 and number 57 is returning that for 6. And that's a free tutty. This was almost the biggest mistake of the game right there. 2nd and 7. Jonah got destroyed. Can I say Orlando Brown? Yeah, no. Actually, I want to say destroyed. They did not get destroyed. They actually were doing pretty good. They actually kind of circled the guys out and pushed them to the ground, got them out of the play. So actually, they would not get destroyed there. They kept the pocket alive. And then, of course, he hits him across the middle for Trenton Irwin. Good play call right there. Good play. 1st down and 10 here under center. Ends up being a toss play to Jamar Chase. I love this play call. I really did. Because, again, it's just such a good play call. And I feel like Irv Smith is supposed to be the lead blocker here, but he gets kind of pushed off with Nick Bosa there. Because of that, he's not able to actually get a block. But if he gets a block, Jamar Chase might be going for a touch. My bad on that one, guys. He might be going for a tutty on that play right there. If Irv Smith can get the correct block. But it was a good play call. I liked it. Obviously, it didn't go anywhere. But again, like I said, just because a play doesn't execute correctly doesn't mean it's not a good play call. All right, so second down and 10. Pass play here. All day to throw it. All day. And then that Dotteroni to Jamar Chase. And they try to call this not a catch. But, I mean, bro, I'm sorry. That's easily a catch. They called it a catch in the end, which worked out pretty well for us. All right, so my bad. First down and 10 here now. After that amazing catch, it's going to go ahead and be a run play. And this is when I think, like, overall-wise, we realized that we won this game. And the 49ers started calling their timeouts, which I thought was kind of interesting. You know, it was an interesting tactic here. So, second down and 6 here. We throw the ball here. All day to throw it. Line looking great. Joe steps up, takes off running. Gets a first down and some. Talk about a ballsy move right there to get a first down. Love it, love it, love it. All right, first down and 10 now after that run play by Joe Burrow. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play here. And you can see they called their first time out here, which, again, like I said, down by 7, interesting tactic. But they're going to call the timeout back-to-back here. Because this is a run play by Joe Mixon. They call another timeout. So they were just kind of wasting. Actually, no, they didn't call a timeout there. They called a timeout here. This is a quarterback sneak here. This is what they called their timeout, I believe. Yeah, they called their timeout there. They have 1 timeout left. 4 trips to the red zone today. 3 touchdowns. That's how you win the game. That's how you win against any team in football. That has to be your philosophy. 4 trips, 3 tutties. Second and goal here, we run the ball for a tutty, and that is pretty much game. I mean, we do get the ball back one more time, but it's really just us running the ball 4 plays, and then that's it. Overall-wise, listen. Our offensive line played amazing. Our offensive line gets an A+ for how they played in this game. Orlando Brown got beat a lot, but overall-wise, I think our line played pretty damn well. Receiving core, Jamar Chase played great. T played great. Trent Irwin played great. Tyler Boyd had an amazing game. And Yoshi had a touchdown. There's really no complaining there. Our run game was great. Our tight end game wasn't really that good. You know, obviously, Irv Smith. Drew Sample drops a wide open catch. That wasn't too fantastic. Our defense played amazing. As always. So, overall, it was an A+ effort. We went against the best team in the league, and we punched them in the mouth. 1 by 14, won the game in the end. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.